self-love, confidence, relationships, and healing. Because they're all topics that I struggle with, you struggle with, we all struggle with. So we need to get down to the nitty-gritty.
These days, I'm letting God handle all things above.
Hey my babies, welcome back to another video. It's your girl, and in today's video I'm sitting down, so that means we got some things to talk about. We're going to be talking about becoming our best self, leveling up internally so we can shine externally. Okay, today we're going to be talking about self-love, confidence, relationships, and healing. Because they're all topics that I struggle with, you struggle with, we all struggle with. So we need to get down to the nitty-gritty. But I'm not going to talk anymore. If y'all ready to get into it, let's do it. First topic is self-love. Y'all know I love making me a good list, y'all. So we got a lot of things to cover. The first thing I said for the self-love category is showing up for yourself. Showing up for yourself means being truthful and being honest with yourself. And when I say that, I mean if you set a goal, like, you know what, I'm gonna clean my room today, and you don't do it, you're being dishonest to yourself. You're not holding yourself up to your highest potential. You are in complete control of accomplishing what you want to accomplish. So really, it's no one else's fault but your own when you don't show up for yourself and be there for yourself. Because who's going to be there for you better than yourself and God? And when you set your standards high for yourself, you'll expect higher standards from outside people. Y'all heard me? Y'all listening for real? Okay. Next one. Letting go. Letting go means letting go of the old you and letting go of the old memories that the old you created. You have to learn to reflect on the previous pages of your life before you can flip another one. You know what I mean? Hanging on to the past and past memories enables you to stay on the same path instead of leveling up and finding a new path. Hanging on to the past does nothing but help you stand still instead of growing. Because if God wanted you to move backwards, he would have put your feet facing that way. Letting go. Next, for self-love, date yourself. Date yourself. Do things that are romantic and soothing for yourself. That way, you can figure out what you like and how you want to be loved. Because when you spend time loving yourself, you'll know what love feels like from someone else. Because you've been treating yourself to real love this entire time. You getting me? You getting me? You staying with me? Next is holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable is a really huge part of self-love, because you have to know when to step back and read the fine print. What part did I truly play in this? Could I have caused this? Could I have made this situation better? Those type of things are what help you take accountability and move forward, owning your part in things that happen. And taking accountability for yourself also opens the door to learning how to apologize. Because I know a lot of women and a lot of men, etc., don't know how to honestly apologize and mean it, because they're apologizing for the sake of the other person, but they're really not trying to understand how their actions contributed to the result, if that makes sense. Our next category is confidence. I don't think y'all ready for this one. Start looking presentable more often. As a woman, I know we get into the mood where we don't feel like sitting for hours doing our makeup, doing our hair, rummaging through a closet full of clothes, but nothing that we want to wear. I get it, because I do it. I fully understand what we're talking about here, you know? Looking presentable, looking good makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you radiate that positive energy. There's never been a time where I got all dolled up and went out and didn't have the best time ever. Like, looking good makes your internal self happy. And when you're happy on the inside, you radiate happiness on the outside. Next one is praying with affirmations towards yourself. Pray to God daily about wanting to be filled with his love, wanting to radiate the good things that he's done for you. Pray to God that you want to be filled with courage, braveness, confidence. Pray God can fill you up with whatever emotion that he knows you need. There's nothing like being filled with the Lord and what he can do for you. Like, I've had plenty of times where I pray to God that I feel ugly today, Lord. Help me, fix me. What do I need to do to make myself feel better? And he's always giving me a solution. He's always put something on my For You page like, hey, get up, take a shower, take a bath, dip your face in a bucket of ice water, and you'll feel rejuvenated, recharged. Honestly, y'all, this may sound crazy, but I think that the Lord speaks to me through social media, because that's what I'll be on like all the time. Because obviously I make YouTube videos, I make TikToks, I do all that. So I feel like he gets to me through those things. And God will talk to you in whatever way that you're willing to listen. That's why you have to build your relationship with God and understand how he's trying to talk to you, so you can practice listening, right? Yes, but you just got to use God and pray to God that he gives you the happiness, the courage, the confidence, the braveness to get you where you're going. Next one, practice being alone. When you're alone, you're separated from outside influence. You're separated from outside opinions. When you're alone, you get a chance to truly sit down and ask yourself, who am I? Because when you eliminate those distractions, who are you going to compare yourself to if you're alone? Being alone teaches you who you are or who you want to be. It helps you reflect on yourself without any kind of influence. Next one, be confident in making your own decisions. A lot of times we turn to our support systems to help us make decisions, and that's not always the best thing to do. Y'all, my dog just jumped up here. Making our own decisions helps us to stand our ground for what we know is right. Because no one is experiencing exactly what you're experiencing. So how could you turn to someone else to make your decisions? Next one is stop taking things personal. I struggle with this a lot. Because I'm a very sensitive female. I don't know why, but I am. Because I was brought up in a household where I had two loving parents. I've had parents that told me they love me every single day. I've had my parents compliment me every single day. So if you're not complimenting me, why? And like a lot of it was my dad. But like having a dad does make a difference on how you feel about yourself, if that makes sense. My dad has told me I was beautiful since I was born. So if I don't hear things like that, I'm confused. Because if my father's not lying, that means you are. No one knows you like you know yourself. So no other opinions about you should matter. If you know deep down in your heart that you're beautiful, if someone disagrees, you leave it alone. Because it obviously is not true. If you know that you're a truthful and honest person and someone challenges that, it's fine. Because you know deep down in your soul, in your heart, what you do and what you don't do. So we got to stop taking things personal. Taking things personal is a thief of joy. And you don't want people to steal your joy. You are in control of your own joy. So keep it. Next topic is relationships. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about friendships and family relationships. Tune in if you haven't been tuned in already. First one is set boundaries within your relationships. There should be no one in your life that you choose to be there disrupting your peace. You choose who you want to be around you. You choose what you want to deal with. You choose what you want to put up with. There should be no one in your life that's not obligated to be there, that's stressing you out, that's causing you mental discomfort, physical discomfort, emotional discomfort. You are the head of your life besides the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You choose who's there and who's not there. Set those boundaries within your friendships, because I know a lot of times when we have friends, family, and relationships that overstep, 99% of the time is because we haven't told them what we like and dislike. Now, if we have said what we like and dislike and they choose to overstep continuously, you see how that person is. They know what you like, what you don't, and they continue to do what they want to do. Cut them off. That's a whole different thing. But we have to get better with setting boundaries. A lot of us are scared to put our foot down because we're afraid of losing the relationships we're trying to form. We can't be afraid of things like that. Next, be comfortable with removing bad apples. And when I say bad apples, be comfortable with getting rid of that boyfriend or that girlfriend. Be comfortable getting rid of that friend from kindergarten. Get ready to get rid of them all. Because there will be things that life throws at you that challenges your friendships and relationships. And each friendship and relationship that you have ain't strong enough to get through that test, and that's completely fine. Yes, it may be painful to get rid of said person, but you have to get rid of the people in your life that pollute your growth and happiness. You will have people in your life that will never be happy for you. No matter how long y'all been friends, no matter what you have going on, there will be people in your life that never want you to be doing better than them. And even internally, you're not even worried about being better than them or doing better than them. But when people have that type of self-view that they can't keep up with the next person, they'll do whatever they can to keep you at the same pace as them because they're afraid of being left behind, if that makes sense. You will have people in your life that believe that everything is a competition or a race. And that's not it. That's not it. When you're truly friends with somebody or you truly love somebody, those type of things never cross your mind. But then again, you have to get familiar with the fact that people aren't like you. People aren't going to do things the same way that you do things. People aren't going to think about things the same way that you think about things. And that's another thing that I'm helping myself to understand. You have to take yourself out of situations to understand better. Next. This one is more directly towards relationships. Don't be the crazy girlfriend. Don't be the girl that's going through the phone all the time and then beating them up after you find something that you don't like. Don't be the girlfriend that's checking that low all day, every day. Don't be the girl that's want to know what they're doing every second of the day. Because one thing about it is that men are very egotistical creatures. As soon as you make a man feel like you sweating him, they're going to think that you're wrapped up in them and whatever they're doing. They're going to get that complex where I know I'm upsetting her. She acts out on that she's being upset, but yet she's not gonna leave me because she gets upset all she wants, but then she continues to stay. You see what I'm saying? So being crazy and all that and whatnot, it doesn't do anything because at the end of the day, a man's gonna do what he want to do, and vice versa for women. So really doing all the crazy and all the extra and the following them around and all that, it's not worth it because that's not doing anything but diminishing your peace once again for someone that you're choosing to let do something like that. Next. Normalize cutting people off the first time. And I'm not saying for nothing stupid. I'm not saying that you called them, they didn't answer the phone, that girl not my friend no more. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about you step on her new J's by accident and she get mad and she cut you off behind that. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm not talking about petty stuff. I'm talking about the first time that you let somebody in your life and they challenge your peace, they challenge your happiness. You are sitting and being confused about where you stand with this person. Let them go the first time. As soon as someone show you their true colors, don't give them another chance to show them again. That's one thing that I have been guilty of almost my entire life. I have noticed how people treat me, and yet I still hang on to them because I believe that I can fix you. I believe that if I overcompensate and if I overlove you and if I love you enough for the both of us, that you'll open your eyes and see what I do for you. And I gotta stop doing that because once again, I be anticipating that people will respond how I would. And everybody isn't Aniyah Victoria. Next, pray that prayer. You know the prayer I'm talking about. The one where you get down on your knees, you stick your hands in the air and you say, God, I'm ready for you to remove anything and everything in my life that's not benefiting me. And a lot of us are scared to do that because they know they finna lose that man. They finna lose that sneaky link. They finna move that homegirl that enables your bad habits. You finna lose that grandmother that makes your heart hurt. You finna lose all of that. I prayed that prayer at the beginning of college and I fell out with 2 people. I fell out with 2 people not even a couple of months after I said that prayer. And I haven't argued with it because obviously if I fell out with you after praying to God to remove the bad people and the bad atmospheres and environments in my life and you fell out with me after that, I'm not questioning it because obviously it was your time to go. You have to be comfortable with losing people that aren't benefiting you. Yeah, it sucks. And yeah, you're going to feel like your time and money is wasted. But if it means that you get to be a better person in the months, years, days coming up, it's good to do that. Next, our last topic of the video, healing. The first one is forgiveness. My mother has instilled in me at a very, very young age that forgiveness is the only way that you truly let things go and move forward. And I know what you're thinking. How am I going to forgive him for cheating on me? Or how am I going to forgive her for talking to my ex without talking to me first? Or how am I going to forgive my dad for leaving me? Or how am I going to forgive my mom for not listening to me? And da-da-da-da. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. And I know sometimes forgiveness is unfathomable for certain situations. And I fully understand that. It's no rush into forgiving. I'm not saying they do it to you and you immediately turn around and be like, oh, it's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. Forgiveness is something that you find deep within yourself. It takes time. Forgiveness is not just a blink of an eye thing. It's earned. And sometimes it won't even be earned, but forgiveness helps to set you free mentally and emotionally. Forgiveness is the doorway to moving on. Our next thing is letting go of baggage. And I'm going to explain it like this. I'm not even going to put myself in. I'm going to give you a really, really great analogy. Imagine you book a flight to the happiest place on earth. The place that you've been dying to go to. And now it's time for you to go. You go to the airport and your bag is full of rocks. You're walking through the airport, you're pulling that suitcase that's so heavy. It's hurting your arms, it's hurting your back. But since the bag is so heavy, you're walking slow. Your bag is falling apart because of how heavy it is. And yet you're thinking, oh my gosh, why am I walking so slow? But yet you're looking around and seeing all these people breeze past you with their small carry-ons, their small suitcases. They're walking at a great speed and they're turning around and looking at you, wondering, what's wrong with this lady? Why is she going so slow? And because you're going so slow, you missed that flight to the happiest place on earth. But what you got to sit back and understand is that you packed that bag. You had the choice to leave that at home. Leave that in your childhood. Leave that at your mom's house. But instead, you wanted to round everything up and hold on to everything and pack it and try to bring all of that pain and suffering to the happiest place on earth. Why would you do that? Next. And this is our last one of the video. Embrace your emotions. Healing is a different constructive process for everyone. No one will ever experience the exact same thing. No one. If you want to cry through your healing process, you cry. If you want to be angry and go to rage rooms every day and break stuff up and that makes you feel better, you do that. If you're a writer, if you write down everything and don't talk to nobody, do that. No one can ever tell you how to heal. The best thing for you to do mentally is to hold yourself and put yourself back together at your own pace. No matter what, your mental and emotional health is the most important thing when it's time to heal. Healing is about you. You shouldn't be considering the feelings of no one else in your healing process. It's just you, baby. Just you. Take those emotions in, sit with them, and that's how you begin to feel better. Learning to process your emotions and why you're feeling these emotions will help you heal. Because once you understand why you felt them, you can move on. Woo! This video was deep, y'all. I don't know, y'all. All of this has been sitting on my chest recently. And I feel like I made this video to not only help myself and clear my own head, but to put this out to y'all because you never know who needs to hear something like this. So I really hope that it reaches everyone who's been going through the same things or struggling with these things and that need advice. You know, because I'm y'all's internet big sis. And I'm here for y'all. I love y'all. Why wouldn't I be the big sister that some of y'all never had? But that marks the end of today's video. Make sure y'all drop a like, comment, subscribe, and share for your girl because the bangers is coming back to back to back. Y'all know I love y'all. And before I close the video, make sure y'all follow your girl on her social medias at AniyahV, 1H1V for Instagram and 2H's1V for TikTok. But y'all know what I say at the end of my videos. Be you. Because if you don't, who else will? See y'all next video.